NRG have changed their roster and enter a beef with their former head coach and Smokes player, while acquiring 2 new players for the 2025 VCT season. Today we will discuss the exciting new entries to the team and the drama, and what all of this means for NRG heading into the off-season and the VCT 2025 season. Let's first talk about the departures of the team. At the start of 2024, we saw the NA Super Team be assembled, with Demon1, Ethan, Marved, Crashing, and Victor, but after falling short to qualify for Masters Madrid in the Americas kickoff by losing to Sentinels, they would spiral down in the Americas Stage 1 and miss playoffs by 1 game. And if you'd like to know how NRG fumbled the Americas Super Team, you can check out my 20-minute in-depth video about them right over here. Their immediate response was to change the roster and get rid of Marved and benching Demon1. And given how much they underperform, a large part of the fan base was calling for the firing of their head coach, Chet. NRG were not willing to make such drastic changes 2/3 of the way through the year, and what seemed like an almost desperate attempt, they ended up signing S0m and FNS for the Stage 2 roster. FNS was already a well-established player, and he was the leader of the incredibly popular Optic gaming team that would later become the core of NRG, but FNS would leave in the 24th season to begin his streaming career on Twitch. S0m was already a very popular Valorant streamer and was part of the old NRG roster of the past, but would play a more integral role in 2023 as the Smokes player, and would do incredibly well for himself despite the team not winning any titles. America's Stage 2 would go even worse for NRG, and despite Victor taking the dive duelist role and individually doing well, the team results were not what they were expecting. Crashies would suffer from underperforming, as Gecko was the most powerful initiator in the game, and he was not ranked highly amongst the pros playing the agent. Chet was the brunt of a lot of negative criticism from the community alongside Victor, and once the season was over, Chet and Victor would be the first ones to be let go of the roster. Crash's contract would expire a month later, and now NRG were looking for a head coach and 2 new players, a duelist and an initiator. Our first player would come from Ludwig and Moist Critical's Moist X Shopify Rebellion. Mada would be part of the OG Shopify Rebellion in 2022 and would continue to play with them up to the merger with Moist Moguls. In 2023, MXS would go nearly undefeated in challengers from the beginning of Split 1 all the way to the semifinals, where they would lose to Oxygen Esports. Mada is a traditional duelist playing Raze and Jet. Split 2 would be a lot more shaky for MXS, where they would drop games to Turtle Troop, SAD Esports, M80, but would pick up wins against Dobros, Winthrop University, and TSM. In the qualification tournament for Ascension, they would get a nice start beating out Fluffy Aimers and Blint Esports, where Mada would be the star of the show with over 90 kills over 4 maps. Unfortunately, despite doing well with MXS, they could not bring it over the line against M80 and would lose in shocking upset against TSM in the lower finals, missing out of Ascension. Their initiator player would also come from a challengers team. Verno was a part of the Oxygen Esports team. Oxygen for the majority of the challengers year would not lose. In 14 matches in the regular season, they would only lose to MXS, QOR, and Dark Zero Esports. Despite being one of the favorites to win the Ascension qualification playoffs, they would be sent into the lower bracket by M80, and after winning against Dark Zero, they would lose in shocking fashion to TSM in a 2-0 sweep. With them being knocked out of the tournament and the esports winter, Oxygen Esports would disband as an org, and Verno would sign with NRG. The coach from Oxygen, Bonkar, would also be acquired by NRG to replace Chet. The coaching change was a thing most NRG fans were expecting. What people did not expect was the fact that as soon as Bonkar became the head coach, NRG threw shade at Chet.
Yo, Bonkar, bro. Why are you going to be a better coach than Chet?
I think the fact that I'm an ex-player and an ex-IGL and I actually understand the game is going to make me a better coach.
Oh, wow.
Damn!
Really? We're doing that.
Yeah,
We're doing that.
This caused Chet to immediately respond on Twitter, backlashing at Bonkar by saying, "LOL, enjoy your chicken nugget salary. You became a champion in Paladin with an active player base of, at the time, 12,343.3 players a month, and you failed to qualify for any lands in Valorant despite being in the game since 2020. And if you thought we were done with the drama here, boy do I have a surprise for you. Because Marved, who was also part of the Stage 1 roster, would have a mega crash out on stream after trying to defend Chet.
What about everyone else? Nah, I like Austin and Victor, that's it. Nah, John is weird, Chad. John is actually weird. I was trying. Could I have tried harder? Probably. Did I enjoy playing on the team? No, I didn't. I did not. I did not enjoy playing on the team. Was the org good to me? I wouldn't say so. Honestly, did I have an incentive to try other than just trying my best? I was trying my best. Every time we hopped in a match, I was trying my absolute best. Okay? But everything else, I did not enjoy being on the team. That's what it is. That's how it is. Sleep? That's true. NRG is a bunch of fucking pussies for that.
Yeah.
I hate NRG. That's an org. This org would not. Holy shit. I don't know. Hold on. What would they not do for me? I forgot. Sentinels. Okay, I'll join Sentinels. They get me an apartment. Okay, they pay for it fully. They pay for my apartment fully. No ass, no nothing done. Boom. Here, you want a mouse? We'll get you this Asus ROG. We have Asus ROG for you. Yes, Asus ROG. Yes. No, we got the new one, Asus Carrier. Yes! Yes! Fuck! I want that mouse, yeah!
One from B, broken turn.
And would even double down in the Ludwig x Tarik Invitational.
Couldn't even get a keyboard for my last org, so.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm just joking.
This guy's gonna keep it going.
I'm just joking.
Crash out's continuing, dude.
God.
Yo, we were talking about it a little bit. What even started that? Did you get baited?
Yeah, low
You got
key,
baited
I
in
got
chat,
baited.
right?
I got baited.
You
But
got
then
baited?
once I realized I was getting baited, I'm like, I'm too deep, so I just
You just kept
Might as
going.
well send it.
sent it.
floor
And then
it.
you had the hindsight of 2 days and you come back now
Exactly.
and keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah, but I love the org. I love the org. They're good. I was just joking. Everything was a joke. It was just a troll, so.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fun, right?
It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games, dude.
Things couldn't get any worse for the former head coach of NRG. We would find out the day after the Ludwig Tarik Invitational that Chet would be suspended effective immediately for a duration of 6 months for showing VODs of Sentinels vs NRG on his Twitch channel. The competitive ruling states, Chet has violated Riot Games' Global Esports Code of Conduct for broadcasting VODs whose access was contingent on the current status of the head coach of a VCT team. His access to the proprietary information, he did not secure permission from Riot Games or NRG and the other team involved prior to publicly broadcasting VODs and communication to his personal channel. Consequently, Chet is suspended effective immediately and continuing through the end of Masters Bangkok on March 3rd, 2025. Chet would publicly tweet out his response. I disagree with the ruling as no damages were done to either party, but I can no longer compete until March, so till then I will be streaming in the meantime. And as if we needed any more fuel to the fire, Verno would tweet out, no more nuggies. And because of everything that happened that week, the chief gaming officer for NRG would have to come out and tweet. For the record, NRG had no involvement in this process. Please stop pushing the narrative that we snitched on Chet. The response from the community was exactly what you would have expected, calling out Riot for throwing the ban hammer on a coach who just wanted to stream a VOD from a match that happened in January while streaming it in July, but not throwing the ban hammer on situations like one of the players from Team Liquid. Chet would even tweet out that he couldn't accept any offers for the upcoming season because of the ban, and he would announce his availability to coach in CS2. Chet would go on Subrosa's stream and explains that he thinks that there's a subgroup of people at Riot Games that don't like how outspoken Chet is.
Actually, I know they don't fuck with me. I know exactly there's developers on their team that don't like me.
I mean, yeah, they're banning
Spike
for that.
down A.
Yeah, like I have it like confirmed from like a friend of mine. They went to like a dinner.
Last player standing.
They're just, I heard that like during that dinner, like with those developers, they just said they don't fuck with me.
Okay, well, that's fucking. That's the. I'm not gonna say the word, but you know what word I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I know. So trust me, I can think of several words. Just a power trip, probably. Nothing you can do.
This whole situation has been a complete mess. The transition from the old roster to the new one has been tough to say the least. And nobody looks good in the situation. The coaches, the players, the old Optic roster, and the new players. and this is completely overshadowed what should be a great moment for Mada and Verno. Drama aside, the addition of Mada, Verno, and Bonkar are inclusions that were expected. NRG have tried going for players who have had a successful history in VCT in the past. From the Optic core to artists to EG players, nothing has brought them a trophy. This year, NRG have taken the approach of bringing up players from challengers, and I think that that's the correct path. The most successful players from last year were players who entered from Tier 2. G2's core, John QT, and EU were all players that shined with their respective teams. Maybe this is the route they think will bring them success this season. The changes this year are solid in my eyes. They took the best part of 2 rosters and challengers, and I personally think that this is great incentives for players entering the challenger scene. That even if the orgs don't make it, as long as you are performing well, there are still opportunities to play in Tier 1. NRG's IGL FNS has gone on record to state that this is his last season playing in the VCT circuit. Do I think this is a championship winning team? I don't know. But even last year, when we had Team Heretics who had no expectations, they ended up going incredibly deep in every tournament. And with FNS stating that this is his last year of playing, it gives me some hope that they'll be able to send out one of my favorite players, a champion. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want the latest team analysis for Roster Mania, click this video right here, where I talk about Sentinels and the replacements for Saucy and Tent. And if you want to watch a video about how NRG undercooked the super team, you can check out this video right here. And if you enjoyed this video, hit me with a like and a subscribe, it helps out the channel a lot. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.